Am I on? Hey, good evening, everyone. Edwin Lee Raymer here with you. How are you doing? I finally got in here, and I left the house. I was going to be here early. Amelia Pont and Holly Amber with me tonight. How are y'all doing, ladies?
Doing Happy to be here. Yeah, it's been a great day, Ed. We went to a fundraiser today, and now we're here.
Okay.
Had a Mardi Gras theme. So.
Do what now?
We had a Mardi Gras theme at the fundraiser. So.
Mardi Gras.
Yep,
okay.
for the Rutherford County Library Alliance.
Right.
So that was today. Yeah. And then we get to come here and we get to talk about our great topic of reproductive justice and activism.
I want to apologize to my guest here and to everyone else. I got my wires crossed. I made a mistake. For the first time in my life, I made a mistake. I posted on Facebook a falsehood. Well, I didn't mean to lie about it. But the whole truth matters. I'll let these ladies talk about anything they want, so it's really not a lie.
I mean, we were like, we'll just talk about whatever.
Okay, yeah. And that's it. Okay, don't, never mind him. Just go with it. They must have called my wife. And...
Not in trouble, Ed. Not in trouble.
Okay, not yet, huh? Okay.
But it does, let's just go ahead and say, everyone, the Democratic Party reorg is on April 5th.
Yes, it is.
And everyone who cares should absolutely go to it. So,
absolutely.
Yeah, let's say it.
Now, are you're going to, if I might ask, are you up for anything, or are you just going to run again? Have you made up your mind yet? I don't know.
I mean, yeah, I would like to run again. Yes.
Okay.
Yep, I would like to run again.
You would like to, but that's not a definite.
Yeah, for now, I'm really just focused on the work that I do with Planned Parenthood. Really, give myself a break.
Are you running for anything, or just?
I can't run for office right now.
But
we're doing some work right now.
So Holly and I will be running for the county line.
Yep, that's probably what we're going to have to do at this point.
That's where we're going.
That's what's happening. That's what's happening right now.
Folks, I don't know if you can see this or not. Hang on a minute. I'm going to move this camera around so you can see my beautiful face here. I asked him once about backing off a little bit so they could see me better. Connor said, how do you feel about backing off to McMinnville? But...
You didn't, but you felt like you should have?
Yeah, I know.
You kind of wish you had now?
Hey, I'm telling you. Thank you. I got a whole list of stuff that I was presented, and we're going to talk about every bit of it. If we're here,
we got more paper over here we didn't give you.
If we're here till 2 a.m., Connor, get ready. We're going to be here. Bart, I'm borrowing some time tonight.
I want everybody at home to get a piece of paper and a pen.
Paper and a pen.
We'll give you an opportunity
and start taking down dates and times and places.
My email is the really only thing you need to write down.
Yeah.
Okay. Holly Amber's here. Amelia Pont. Connor's on the board. My name is Ed Raymer for the Edwin Lee Raymer Show. Connor, let's kick this thing off. But for right now, my name is Edwin Lee Raymer, and yes, I'm still a private investigator. Welcome aboard.
This is the Edwin Lee Raymer Show with your host, Ed Raymer, on your Good Neighbor station, News Radio, WGNS.
All right, that's a little rock and roll to kick you off for tonight. And this is the Edwin Lee Raymer Show, and I'm your host, Ed Raymer. This show's produced at the studios of WGNS, AM 1450, 100.5, 101.9, FM, right here in the heart of the great volunteer state, Murfreesboro, Tennessee. You can reach us tonight with your questions, comments, or ideas at 615-893-1450. 615 893-1450. 1450, that's the AM call letters the station's had for more than 75 years. You can also send us a text to that number. Connor here to my right will get it. He'll be glad to read it over there. Write it down, hand it to one of us. We'll be glad to read it. For those of you that may be a little bit too high or too shy. Now, how do you find us? All over the radio, okay? 1450 AM, 100.5 FM, 101.9 FM. On that there's a rectangular device in the dash of your car. Kids, that's called a radio. It does marvelous things even still today, okay? Check it out. You'll love it. It's amazing. And of course, my wife listens on Alexa. She doesn't watch us on YouTube. We're on YouTube Live at News Radio WGNS. Is that right, Connor? News Radio WGNS. You can catch us on Facebook Live. There's so many ways. Like I said, Alexa, and then, of course, you can listen on the old-fashioned radio, or you can catch us on WGNSradio.com. That's the station website. And you can navigate through that. Just hit Listen Live, and you can hear us. And then, of course, all of our broadcasts are, since day one, are there. And it's, Lord, I guess right now more than 600. I've been doing this around 13 years now. So goodness knows the time flies by, and the shows add up. Okay. All that's out of the way. Let me ask you something. Ladies, why am I talking to y'all? Tell me all about it.
Well,
whatever you want to talk about.
I'm
ahead,
Holly
Holly.
Amber,
Holly.
and I am the chair of RUCO Action.
Okay.
For the audience that may or may not know, we are a grassroots activist organization. We have a focus on reproductive justice.
Okay.
And if you don't know what reproductive justice is, it's a little more than just like abortion rights. It's the right to have a family or to not have a family, and to be able to raise that family safely.
Sure.
So this bleeds over into everything. This is healthcare. This is income inequality. This is food insecurity. This is education.
Adequate housing.
Everything that's being attacked right now.
Right.
And so this is Amelia Pont, and she's
Of
with
course.
Planned Parenthood.
Right.
Now, Democratic women, Rutherford County Democratic women, and Tennessee Advocates for Planned Parenthood a few years back got together and created kind of a coalition joint venture.
Okay.
And that's what RUCO Action is. So I have a TAP liaison, Planned Parenthood liaison, that I work with
Okay.
to try to get things done within the state level and the local county.
Sure. Okay. Now, into this, and I don't mean to skip ahead, but you have on March 8th a conversation with Jessica Valenti, author of Abortion, Our Bodies, Their Lies, and the Truths We Use to Win.
Yeah, so that is TAP, Tennessee Advocates for Planned Parenthood, and then the clinical side, Planned Parenthood of Tennessee and North Mississippi. We're coming together to host Jessica Valenti. We read her book over January for our book club. She is the author of a blog called Abortion Every Day. It's a Substack.
Okay.
She does research on abortion in all 50 states. So this is her bread
Okay.
and butter. And so her new book has come out. We've read it. This event is going to be in Nashville at 9:30 a.m. to 12, and the tickets cost $25. And so we are just so thankful that she's making.
I would think if you're a female, that'd be
trip.
$25 probably this day and time, pretty well spent.
Yes, it's a lot to learn, and her book definitely gave me a lot to think about, especially when it comes to how we talk about abortion.
Sure.
You know, the
Sure.
words that we use are important because they get
Right.
skewed, and so we need to be just things to be careful about. It's a great book. It's an easy read. It was a quick read. So
Okay, now let me ask you, where is this at? Because it doesn't list it here.
Yes.
Tell people about this, and can they get hold of you or Holly and to
Yes.
get directions or a ride or whatever the case might be?
Yes. So I want everyone listening to send me an email. My email is apont, P-A-N-T, at pptnm.org. So tomorrow I'm sending out a big email with all the resources and links that we're going to talk about tonight. So
Okay.
that'll be there, but it's going to be at the Junior League of Nashville, which is next to Green Hills Mall.
Green Hills Mall. Okay, next to that, the Junior League of Nashville.
Yes.
Okay, all right. Now, do we want to start at the top of this list? I mean, because you've got one here, March 5th.
Yeah. So,
This
yeah.
is the Wellness Wednesday.
And she, Holly also wanted to touch base on our postcard event that we did on Friday that I'm still kind of working on. So
Okay.
Well, do you want to
Okay.
show visual for those that
Yes,
are watching.
these are postcards that we got from Awake, Tennessee. Awake advocates for women and kids. And we have a bill up in the Tennessee House, House Bill 39, which is going to provide period products to all public schools in Tennessee. And so we really want something like this to pass because period poverty is an issue.
I would have thought that would have been done already.
Right.
But it's not.
It's not. And so we want to make sure that students aren't missing school because they're lacking basic resources like this.
Understood, and it happens.
Yes.
Yes.
And the bill was originally for 4th grade to 12th grade, but they scaled it back to only high school.
Okay.
I know. So
Yeah.
what these are just postcards I got from Awake because we do work in Planned Parenthood works in coalition with them, and we have action councils hosting postcard parties so that we can fill them out.
Sure.
This one says, I'm writing to express strong support for this bill, which would ensure menstrual products are available. 2 in 3 students report stress due to lack of access to period products in their school. This simple step would remove a barrier for many students and help prevent unnecessary absences and stress. And, and so we want to hand deliver these postcards to strategic lawmakers to make sure that bill gets passed.
Sure, that's just something
I'm happy that was legible, that you could read it just now.
Oh, yes.
Because my hand was cramping up at that point.
You wouldn't have read it in my handwriting. I can print it
It looked like
for
a
you.
ransom note at one point. So
Ransom note. Okay,
yeah, this is such an easy thing that people can do.
And something needs to be talked about.
Yeah.
You know, it always got me, well, we don't need to talk about that. Yes, you do.
Yeah.
It's a part of life. This is 2025, people. Wake up, okay?
Yep.
It's a part of life. Now, I'll tell you what I want to do. I'm going to throw Connor a curve. We're going to go to our first break. Is that okay with you? Yeah, of course. Okay. And we're going to do that. Holly Amber's here. Amelia Ponce here. We're talking over some important stuff for you. I'm Ed Raymer on the Edwin Lee Raymer Show. Stay with us because these ladies have some very important things. We even got some bills we might get to. We hope we do. Stay with us. Back with you right after these good words. Stick around. Hello, everyone. It's Ed with Private Investigations in Middle Tennessee. If you just need someone checked out on a background check, tag them a run, or if you need someone full-fledged to follow, give us a call. You can reach me at 615-390-7219. That's 615-390-7219. Or check out our website at piofmt.com. That's piofmt.com.
I felt so alone, scared, angry, full of self-pity. I just wanted to die, so I took another drink. Then I heard about AA and went to my first meeting. The people there talked about those same feelings. I was no longer alone. They gave me help to stop drinking and hope to start living. Alcoholics Anonymous, it works. Look us up. Check your phone book, newspaper, or aa.org.
Go to J. Mullins Jewelers and check out their collection of reactor watches. They're located at 352 West Northfield Boulevard right here in Murfreesboro, Tennessee. And also custom-made jewelry. If you want it, they can make it for you. Also gifts for any and all occasions. Weddings, graduations, family reunions, anniversaries, all of it. That's J. Mullins Jewelers, 352 West Northfield Boulevard right here in Murfreesboro, Tennessee. Hello, everyone. It's Ed with Private Investigations in Middle Tennessee. If you just need someone checked out on a background check, tag them a run, or if you need someone full-fledged to follow, give us a call. You can reach me at 615-390-7219. That's 615-390-7219. Or check out our website at piofmt.com. That's piofmt.com.
I felt so alone, scared, angry, full of self-pity. I just wanted to die, so I took another drink. Then I heard about AA and went to my first meeting. The people there talked about those same feelings. I was no longer alone. They gave me help to stop drinking and hope to start living. Alcoholics Anonymous, it works. Look us up. Check your phone book, newspaper, or AA.org.
Go to J. Mullins Jewelers and check out their collection of reactor watches. They're located at 352 West Northfield Boulevard right here in Murfreesboro, Tennessee. And also custom-made jewelry. If you want it, they can make it for you. Also gifts for any and all occasions. Weddings, graduations, family reunions, anniversaries, all of it. That's J. Mullins Jewelers, 352 West Northfield Boulevard right here in Murfreesboro, Tennessee. All right, and we are back. Want to give these ladies maximum yield of our time. Okay. Holly or Amelia, where y'all want to go next? What do you want to do next here?
I think I'm going to go down the page.
Go right ahead. That's fine.
Because I've got a lot of stuff. So
Please,
this is
I
when
know
you
you
need
do.
your pen and pad out at home,
Okay.
guys. So I'm going to go in chronological order. And I'm going to start with Wellness Wednesdays. So every 2 weeks, which March 5th is our next one this week, I am hosting an event that's focused on wellness activities. Because I know a lot of people are walking around angry as hell right now.
Yes.
And
yes, they
carrying
are.
a lot of
I
baggage.
know.
They've got their own personal things that they're not sharing with someone. And
Right.
so I just want to offer a space where we can soothe our spirits. So Michael leads us in meditation. I've bought journals. You know, we're stretching. We're just kind of like taking quiet time, spending time in community, and just trying to do things that are good for our health. And
Sure.
And so that's every 2 weeks. And then every Friday we are going to be doing lunch break lobbying with TAP. So this
Okay.
is virtual. This is signing on to a Zoom room. I'm going to be there. Michaela's going to be there. Michaela's in East Tennessee. We are joining TAP supporters, as we call our legislators, to lobby for or against the bills that we're tracking, because committee meets on Tuesdays and Wednesdays. And so we want to make sure we get our calls in on that Friday afternoon.
Sure.
And so we are just giving a space for people to do that. If they have questions, you know, just kind of hold their hand through that if they wish.
Sure. Sure.
So that's every Friday.
Sort of an educational type deal to tell people how to do this.
Yes, absolutely. So we
Good.
are available
Okay.
to answer their questions and to help them through that. And we provide them with all the numbers and the talking points.
Sure. Right.
But then March 8th is our Jessica Valenti event.
Right.
March 11th is a big day. And so I am looking
Okay.
directly at the camera and I'm talking to everybody. This is a field trip to the Capitol. So if you haven't ever been to the Capitol before, please join us, because we are going to give you a little Civics 101.
This is for men, women, children, everybody. This is for
Anybody. I've
everybody.
been
This
to
is-
them. They're real educational. They kind of do how a bill becomes a law.
I've seen a
give you
lot of
tour.
people on television. Sure, yeah, it's a good deal.
We
Yeah.
have speakers, you know, the lawmakers will come in, our champions will come in and speak to us. We have people talking about what it's like to lobby legislators. We'll give you a tour of the Capitol, fun facts and all, and then you can go on your way. So that's 2 hours. That is just a taste of what you get on Advocacy Day, which is a little bit down the list, but it's our biggest day. So it's just a little to dip your toe in the water. We'd love for anyone and everyone to come. So that's March 11th from 2 to 4 at the Capitol. I suggest you park at the Nashville Public Library. And but
Sure.
I'll give
Yeah.
you that link to sign up. Now, right after that, I am headed right back to Murfreesboro if I can make it in time. I'm going to try. Traffic is really bad, but
If not, I'll be there. So.
You're gonna
Holly
there.
will be
Holly
here.
will be there for RUCO Action monthly meeting.
That's
That's
it.
from
right.
6 till 7 p.m.
Yeah.
And then where is this at?
It's at Cultivate Co-working.
Cultivate Co-working.
Mm-hmm.
And where is that?
That's on Lytle Street. It's across from the Judicial Center.
Okay.
So you can
I know where you're talking about.
Yep, you can park in
Yeah.
that parking garage
Sure.
and then just
Sure.
cross the street to Lytle. And
Okay.
that's every month, the second Tuesday of every month at Cultivate.
Second Tuesday of every month
Yes.
from
time
6 till
It's a
7.
full field trip. Oh, 2 to 4.
Yeah, the field trip's 2 to 4. Yeah, the RUCO Action meeting is from 6 to 7. Sometimes we go to 7:30 because we all like to talk and community is awesome. So
sure. Okay.
it might bleed over a little bit. But 6 o'clock at Cultivate, usually have some snacks because that's dinner time. So I like to make sure people are fed. But
Sure, okay.
that's where Holly kind of leads us in. Where are we going in Rutherford? Like, this is our community. What are we going to do?
Sure. And I could not agree more. Yeah. And it's needed right now more than ever.
Everyone has
More than
ideas.
ever.
Everyone
Yeah.
has good ideas. And if you're at home and you're feeling just kind of isolated in your views, don't feel that way. You come to our RUCO Action Monthly meeting and you tell us your ideas. We'll make it happen. We will talk about it.
I don't want to get us off track, but like right after the election, and I was feeling probably like everyone else was feeling.
Yeah.
Right? So
Disbelief.
I was like, I don't know if I can even do this meeting. And I tried to cancel it actually. But a whole bunch of people got riled up and they wanted to be there. So I grabbed a couple of bottles of wine, some snacks, and it's like, we're going to do this. We're going to talk about what went well.
I mean, you can
What-
get a couple of bottles of cheap wine and a brick of Velveeta.
Pretty much.
Which a brick of Velveeta is like, what, $82.50 now?
Yeah. So we talked about
pretty
what went
rich,
well
yeah.
and
But
what
that's
didn't
okay.
go well and what
Right,
we're
yeah,
going to do
yeah.
about it.
Well,
You know?
and folks, we were talking right outside before we came in. Congressional offices are every 2 years. 2 years goes by just like that.
Yep.
I mean, these Congress people, you get about 6, 7, 8 months that they're in since they've been elected. And by about the end of summer to the beginning of fall this year, they're going to start campaigning again. They've got to stay in office.
Are we talking about State House?
State House.
State House? Mm-hmm.
And of course on a federal level too, but that's a little different. But 2 years is not that long. That's the term. 2 years.
Yep.
So
So
half of
we're
it's
There's going to be a
watching.
lot of change in 2 years.
Half of it's campaigning. So 2 years. Half of it.
Half
1
of
year.
it is campaigning. It is, yeah, getting out there and getting known. And now Amelia she's got a leg up because you've been known, you've been out here in this, and you've got signs made, you've got things done, you're ahead of the game, And I hate to see it when people, I'm just tired. I got beat. Okay, yes, so we understand.
We
Very
cannot
few
let up.
people win out the first time out of the gate.
Yeah.
It's very tough, okay? And with this bunch of people on the other side that are on the red side, Holly, help me out here because I'm about to start cussing.
And that's
want
why.
me to
Do you
go
want to come?
first?
Do you want to come to Wellness Wednesdays? Ed? You
No,
gonna
I don't
come
want to
meditate
feel
with us?
well. No, Hush, I don't want to feel well.
You need some meditation.
I will say that
I think you're right.
there is a group trying to plan a big rally. Like, we really need some direct action to get that
Right.
energy and
Okay.
to remind people that their anger is valid, and then give them a,
you're not,
a
you're not
constructive
alone.
way. Yeah.
You're not the only ones out there.
So,
yeah,
but we've got to keep energy up. We have to have radical hope that we have to keep going because it's the right thing to do.
You got to have positive energy too.
Radical hope is not optimism. It's not, oh, it's all going to work out for the best. No, radical hope is we are going to do what needs to be done. And
Right,
we're
okay.
going to do it even if we don't, if we feel like we don't know, we're going to learn, right? We're going to ask for help.
Sure,
We're going to
sure.
show up, right? We're going to get our rest. We're going to take care of our body so that we can do what's got to be done. So, I'm really excited for 2026, and I have a lot of faith that the work we do in 2025 is going to give us a foundation where our supporters are going to come out. They're going to help us on campaigns. They're going to get more involved than ever. That is my radical hope because
Well, we have two true Democrats that are in our county commission right now.
yes, we just need more.
And Hope is doing
I'm like,
Hope is doing a great job down there.
Yes,
But she's
absolutely.
carrying her and Chantha was his name, I believe. They're carrying the torch.
I really want to have a meeting with Hope. Hope, I've been meaning to email you for a one-on-one.
You've met her.
I've met Hope, but
But you
I
haven't
want,
sat down and had a talk with her?
yeah, like a good organizing like one-on-one. So that's
Well,
something I've
she's
been
a lot
meaning
like talking with me, but only on steroids.
to. Yeah.
Okay? She knows what she's talking about.
Yeah, I know I have a lot to learn from her.
blah, 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 blah.
Yeah.
Okay. No, she does.
Yeah.
She's very, very informative.
A lot
and
to
a
learn.
fine lady. I'm telling you that. You know.
And I want to invite everyone
Sure.
to the next Progress Potluck. So
Okay.
if anyone knows me, I love to feed people. I'm like a hostess at heart. I'm going to start having parties at my house again soon, but I want to build coalition. Holly and I have been talking about how are we going to build coalition for
Sure.
a while now.
Yeah, for
because
years.
Agreed. Yeah.
like
right.
it's
yeah.
and
right.
I figured I would like to use so Cultivate Co-working gives me like 2 events per month, right? So the other event is going to be this potluck, and I want people to make the foods that they love to make. We're gonna all get together and kind of mix together so we can hear about all the different organizations working in Rutherford County, what our needs are. We can learn about all of the different opportunities to take action, and maybe find ways to work together. So when passionate people get together, I'm hoping that something good comes of it, and it'll be a great way for me to measure our progress as it grows. So the more people who attend and the more people who keep coming back, the stronger our coalition could be.
Now this is March 28th.
Yes, it's the
Okay.
last Friday of every month.
TAP, TAPP, Rutherford Progress Potluck. Now what's
Yep.
TAP stand for?
TAP is Tennessee Advocates for Planned Parenthood.
Okay.
And then I am like the Rutherford County organizer. So
Okay.
we have TAP Knoxville, TAP Memphis. So TAP Rutherford is our local action.
And it's from 5:30 to 7.
5:30 to 7. So
Last Friday of each month. Mm-hmm. That's a good deal.
it is important to me, and I love making food. So there will always be enough food. If you can't make food, if it's not
And-
in your budget this week,
all right.
100,
Yeah.
just come.
Sure. Be a body. Show up. Man or
You
woman.
are welcome.
Yeah, man or
Whether or
man
not you
woman.
bring food or not.
And this is where now? Again?
At Cultivate Co-working
Cultivate Co-working. Still on Lytle?
on Lytle.
All right.
Yep.
Okay. I think when people get used to the place is going to be a big part of it.
Yeah. Well,
More of
we've
it.
got
Yeah.
RUCO Action Monthly meetings on the second Tuesday, and then the last Friday is the potluck. So
Okay.
yeah, that's our home base really. And I also
Okay.
I didn't put this on here, but every Thursday I offer the RUCO Action office hours too. So people can come
Okay.
if they have a project for RUCO Action that they're wanting to work on, or like help us do some turnout work for the meeting. Like I'm there in the conference room. So we love Cultivate Co-working, and I just feel so blessed to have a membership there.
I'll tell you what, let's do if we can. Let's go down the next 2 that are in April, the 8th and the 10th,
Cool.
and finish up this sheet if we can.
Yep. So
What do you got?
The most important day of the year, which is Advocacy Day for Planned Parenthood. This is when we're
Right.
bussing people
Okay.
in from Memphis, Knoxville, and we are really digging into the bills that are moving through the legislature. And so we want to set up meetings with legislators. I will be there for the Rutherford County legislative meetings. Hopefully,
Okay.
we have to work with schedules, but
And this will be where?
that is at the Capitol.
At the state
it's
capitol.
all day. It's a whole day full of programming, training. We'll feed you. There's usually a panel, like speakers,
Sure.
and then
Okay.
those meetings with legislators.
And that's April the 8th.
That's April the 8th.
Okay.
Please, everybody, bookmark that day, and we can all ride together. So I want to make
Okay.
sure everyone has the opportunity to go there. And then 2 days after that is the Nashville fundraiser. So Standing Strong is our fundraising campaign. We host Standing Strong events in all the major cities, and we can also do house parties. So just remember, Planned Parenthood is a nonprofit. So, and our funding is always getting attacked. And so we do have less funding this year than we did last year.
Sure.
In this
Oh, yeah.
climate, and so we're more dependent on our donors than ever. And so would love if anyone really wants to see Planned Parenthood thrive, wants us to continue to provide top-notch healthcare, judgment-free, culturally aware healthcare. Then please help us by hosting a house party. I'll come. We'll make it a really fun time. You can invite your personal network. Little donations go a long way.
People. Just people.
People.
Right.
Yeah.
Folks, these ladies are putting Their money where their mouth is. Okay? I mean, really, they are. You're giving of your time. It's Sunday night. It's it's 8:30 going on 9 o'clock.
Mm-hmm.
You could have stayed at home, put another log on the fire. It's cold outside tonight, and propped your feet up, got in your jammies, which my wife is in, I'm sure by now, and, let the world go by and watch what is the Academy Awards tonight.
Oh, is that?
Yeah, that's tonight. Yeah. I'm up for an award, but I didn't feel it going. And, yeah, I think it's
You're
something
so
like
missed there, I'm
But
sure.
no.
Best Actor or something, whatever it is.
I'm here with you, Ed. Look at all these events. I got to get people to these.
That's exactly
These are all
right. I'm
your
telling you.
opportunities.
No, I'm telling you, folks, you say, well, nobody does. Nobody does. These ladies are doing it, and they need your help, okay? They need your help, and they're asking for it. They're not crawling, they're not walking the earth in sackcloth and ashes, and, we shall overcome and all that. Don't get me wrong, but, I mean, they're just asking, look, take a look at what we offer. Take a look at what the Democrat Party and progressives offer. It's so jaded right now. I've never seen it more jaded than it's more than it's ever been. Go ahead, Amelia.
Well, just to wrap up, I will say I am just one person, and this is just one organization. If repro rights isn't your top issue, please find an organization that is fighting for your top issue, and you give them everything you've got, even if it's an hour a week. Even if it's 20 minutes a week, right? Like,
Sure.
Whatever you can give, you give it to them. I would love your help at Planned Parenthood, though. So that is my top issue.
Well, as I've
at
said
the moment.
before, Holly, now, have you ever run for public office?
I have not.
You have not. I never have.
I
And
volunteered a lot.
Yeah, I know you volunteered
Yeah.
a lot, but this was your first time this past year putting your name on a ballot.
Yes.
It was the first time.
Yes.
How'd it feel? What's that make you feel like?
I mean, not just one emotion in particular.
I mean, I know your
But-
husband wanted to leave the country, but other than that, I mean,
I mean,
seriously, that's a big deal.
It's that radical hope, really. I was full of radical hope. It just needed to be done, right?
Sure.
There wasn't going to be someone on the ballot, and I am.
And you said no
blessed.
way.
Yeah, I
And
said
I know
absolutely
Victoria
not.
Broderick, a friend of ours,
Yeah, she
ran
said
against
over my dead body.
She said over my dead body.
Yeah. And so I was kind of in that same spot. No,
Yeah.
for me, it was when my daughter Ava Luna, who's 5 right now, is 20 years old in 15 years or so. And
Right.
she looks at me and she's going to say, Mom, what were you doing in 2024 and 2025? She's going to know exactly what I was doing. I was working hard for Planned Parenthood, and I was running for office. So
Sure. Giving it a try.
there it is. Yeah,
Yeah.
and it's growth. Growth is never easy. I knew
No.
I had a lot to learn.
Yeah.
I learned on my feet, but I feel like I'm privileged to have, like, my husband has a good job, and
Right.
so I
Yeah,
have security at home, and I feel like I'm decent enough at public speaking, even if sometimes it's just hard for me to get all my thoughts straight.
Well, because I'm going to tell you what your problem is, and it's not a problem, but I mean, what your issue is, you've got so much you want to say.
right? It's like a whole tornado
No,
up
I
here.
mean, you
Ed.
do. I know. No, you do. And I've had times right here that I do. And
Maybe
I've had
I need a
people
radio
tell
show.
Me, no, I've had people, maybe you do. People say, you got to watch him. He gets off track,
Oh, yeah.
And I do. I get off track. I
We
get
got
mad.
three lists for you today.
Do what?
We brought you 3 lists today.
Three lists. Thank you.
Well,
That'll help
for
keep me corralled a little
for me
bit.
too.
And, speaking of being, what is it? Is that for us? Yeah. We've got a telephone call. Go ahead, caller. You're on the air.
Well, Ed, how are you, and how are your guests?
Guests are good. Who have we got here, please?
This is Terry over in Knoxville.
Hello, Terry in Knoxville. How are you doing, my friend?
Good, thank you, sir.
Thank you. Thank you for calling. What's going on?
I wanted to thank these ladies for their dedication and for their abilities and getting out there trying to do things for people.
Thank you
And
for
I
saying
think
Thank
that's
that.
you.
wonderful.
Thanks, Terry. You know, you over in Knoxville, Planned Parenthood just opened their healthcare facility back up after it was burned down by an arson.
Right.
So out there in Knoxville, we've got this brand spanking new healthcare facility, and our education team is working out of
That's
that
right.
office. So
Right.
Yes,
yeah, we're real
yes, I'm
proud.
familiar
we got to
familiar
reopen.
with that.
Mm-hmm.
And the thing about it is collaboration with other agencies similar to yours or that have the same motive, same message, the same goals and missions is what it's going to take.
Yeah.
Yep.
We're working on coalition building, like get everyone together because we're more powerful together. We need to be
I'm
united.
really despondent with the country right now, but I
Oh,
really
well.
think we've only got about 2 more weeks left before we lose our democracy.
Well, that may be true, but I'm praying to goodness it isn't. But, you know, Terry, I want to say something. And I was going to say something to these ladies. I've been rolling this over in my mind while we've been here. You know, people do, well, you know, what we need is change. No, we're not change. We've been here all along. People say, you know, well, that party left me a long time ago. Party didn't go anywhere. You're following a false sense of security is what you're following. Some people, I'm not talking about you, Terry. You know what? Me and you are on the same page, I think. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, people don't understand what's going on.
No. And chaos is control. That's how some people rule.
Yes.
And I'm going to leave names out of it, but chaos is control. You know, in short, it
Shutting
means,
out the government.
yeah,
You know, our government is taking our tax money from us.
right. You know, and we have elderly people that need Medicare. The Medicaid has not been expanded in this state. Terry, I'm preaching to you, I'm preaching to the choir, but, you know, and all we hear this governor talking about down here, we've got a surplus money. No kidding. Yeah, I know you do. Money that's already been paid, taxpayer money.
That should be paying for what we need.
Should
They
be
should be
helping out
paying
people
for the
Medicaid.
citizens.
The citizens, right. This is not change. There's nothing new here.
We
This
shouldn't be
is-
going
it's here.
bankrupt for a health
No.
reason. And
No. I mean, no one should lose their home because of health, because of
People are
bad
going to
health.
be shocked. People are going to be shocked here pretty soon. They're going to lose a lot, and they don't even know they're going to lose it.
I think you're right. I think, and that may be what it takes to finally say, hey, wait a minute. You know, I mean, Terry, did you see what I posted on Facebook with David Brooks? I know you're bound to have seen it, or you may have seen it already.
If I haven't, I will soon.
You will soon. And it's a shame. He is a lifelong Republican, but a reasonable man. And, of course, he's a columnist. He's a journalist. And he says, you know, that Friday was the lowest point for him. What happened in the Oval Office of the President of the United States with President Zelensky.
Disgrace.
It's a disgrace. And that's all you're hearing. But we're not hearing it from the right people, Terry. You know,
People
the people.
are they're just silent, like everything's normal. They're going to wake up. They're going to be shocked.
Yes, sir. You're right.
Well, the work that we need to do is to build communities that are resilient enough to weather the abuse of our government.
I agree.
we have a few
know.
things coming up to kind of work on some of that community as well. And
Terry,
so I
I'm
have
telling
more
you,
things on my
I
list.
walked in here tonight and these ladies handed me about 4 or 5 sheets of stuff they're doing. I'm telling you, they are doing it. You know.
I see it. I see it. I've been watching you, and it's amazing. And I'm so happy we've got people that are getting out there and doing what needs to be done.
Well, Terry, if you're interested, Planned Parenthood Advocacy Day, a bus is coming from Knoxville. We can
Oh,
bus
is that
you
right?
here. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, you have to get up at the crack of dawn. I'm so
That's
sorry.
where you might have a problem.
But
I don't know
but
about that.
we are
You missed the
busting
bus.
you tell the people in your life. We want people to make it to Nashville because you're so far away from the capital.
That's exactly right.
And
yeah,
so,
I know.
any chance to just hop on a bus, we want to
Yeah,
make sure
yeah.
people know.
Well, maybe you can tag in with some of the other groups over there with like Indivisible and
Oh yeah, for sure.
Tennessee Justice and all of those, and put it online.
We have a dedicated organizer in Knoxville. Her name is Michaela.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Terry, anything else while we've got you here?
All I can say is people really need to watch what's going on. Remember who says what, because the day's coming, and I hate to say it, it's going to be sooner than later.
I'm afraid you're right, my friend. You know I'm on your page. You understand that? We're on the same page.
Yes.
Terry,
But
I want
anyway,
to thank
you.
you.
Guys have a great evening.
No, thank you for your support and support
Thank
of this
you.
broadcast. Thank you very much. It
Thanks,
does
Terry.
not go unnoticed. Thank you.
Good night.
Have a good night. Terry Livingston over in Knoxville, Tennessee, a supporter of this broadcast. Tell you what we're going to do, ladies, if we can, Connor, if it's all right with you, we're going to go to our last break here, and let's do that and get this out of the way. And when we come back, we're going to talk about some bills that are up. Holly's with us. Amelia's with us. Thanks, Terry, for calling in. Connor's on the board. My name's Ed Raymer. We're going to be back with you in just a couple of minutes. Stay with us. Hello, everyone. It's Ed with Private Investigations in Middle Tennessee. You know, if you just need someone checked out on a background check, a tag number run, or if you need someone full-fledged to follow, give us a call. You can reach me at 615-390-7219. That's 615-390-7219. Or check out our website at piofmt.com. That's piofmt.com.
I felt so alone, scared, angry, full of self-pity. I just wanted to die, so I took another drink. Then I heard about AA and went to my first meeting. The people there talked about those same feelings. I was no longer alone. They gave me help to stop drinking and hope to start living. Alcoholics Anonymous, it works. Look us up. Check your phone book, newspaper, or aa.org.
Go to J. Mullins Jewelers and check out their collection of reactor watches. They're located at 352 West Northfield Boulevard right here in Murfreesboro, Tennessee. And also custom-made jewelry. If you want it, they can make it for you. Also gifts for any and all occasions. Weddings, graduations, family reunions, anniversaries, all of it. That's J. Mullins Jewelers, 352 West Northfield Boulevard right here in Murfreesboro, Tennessee. Hello, everyone. It's Ed with Private Investigations in Middle Tennessee. You know, if you just need someone checked out on a background check, a tag number run, or if you need someone full-fledged to follow, give us a call. You can reach me at 615-390-7219. That's 615-390-7219. Or check out our website at piofmt.com. That's piofmt.com.
I felt so alone, scared, angry, full of self-pity. I just wanted to die, so I took another drink. Then I heard about AA and went to my first meeting. The people there talked about those same feelings. I was no longer alone. They gave me help to stop drinking and hope to start living. Alcoholics Anonymous, it works. Look us up. Check your phone book, newspaper, or aa.org.
Go to J. Mullins Jewelers and check out their collection of reactor watches. They're located at 352 West Northfield Boulevard right here in Murfreesboro, Tennessee. And also custom-made jewelry. If you want it, they can make it for you. Also gifts for any and all occasions. Weddings, graduations, family reunions, anniversaries, all of it. That's J. Mullins Jewelers, 352 West Northfield Boulevard right here in Murfreesboro, Tennessee. All right, and we are back. Bear with us, folks. We've been doing a little meeting within the meeting, okay? Now.
Yeah.
All right. We're going to talk a little bit about some bills that the ladies have been good enough. We're not even going to get any close. Folks, I got 2 pages here. This is just tip of the iceberg.
I've got a
Holly,
couple.
go ahead, and Amelia, chime in. Holly, I'm going to let you take a lead on this. Go
I've
for it.
got a couple of things that are coming up here locally, and some of it ties into what we're doing there.
All right.
Now, we were talking about a book club thing that we had participated in. We have a local book club with our RUCO Action, and
Sure.
this month we're reading Hood Feminism. We're still trying to plan when we're going to meet and do that, but that's what we're reading right now. We are also have some things in the works where we want to do some community engagement outreach type of things.
Sure.
One of our most popular events that we did last year was which we just did a quick little trunk or treat. We just
Okay.
went in a parking lot that we had gotten permission to use. We just did a trunk or treat. People
Sure.
just came out because they didn't, put your information in there, give them a bag of candy,
Sure.
keep on going. So it gives a positive association. So
Right.
we want to work on some food drives, some supply drives and stuff like that. Maybe do some block parties in some areas where they may need that
Sure.
kind of stuff.
Yeah.
To do
Okay.
some outreach. So that's something that we're working on. We have it in the works. Another thing, and this was actually inspired by Jessica Valenti's book. She was talking about, obviously, the next thing they're coming for, they got abortion. So what's next? They're coming for contraceptives.
Right. Yeah. I'm wondering how long it's going to be before a man, I won't be able to get a vasectomy.
So,
It's all academic to me.
so
Please, but I mean, you know what
They
I'm
would
saying.
never attempt to regulate men's bodies. So
Well,
I think you're
that's
okay.
embarrassing.
Oh, how
that
much?
should be embarrassing for white American men too, because they're not going to. I had a good friend of mine, a lady that told me that. She said, "Oh, Ed, you don't have to worry." I said, "Why is that?" She said, "Because you're a white American man." I felt somewhat. I felt really. I thought, that's true. Go ahead, Holly. I'm
well,
sorry.
I mean, that's what we're talking about with contraceptives is like in that book, she was kind of talking about that's where it's leading. And I was thinking that is a good way to engage with the community as well.
Sure.
Because that's not a partisan issue. A lot of this shouldn't be a partisan issue.
It shouldn't.
There's
No.
a lot of Republicans that I think would be like, well, yes, we should keep contraceptives. And we want to work, we're trying to work with Planned Parenthood to do like a petition thing. And most of it is not because we can't do a citizen-led ballot initiative.
Sure.
But I think it's a good way to engage. And it's also a good way to petition. And we can send it to our lawmakers, hand, email, carrier pigeon,
Whatever.
all
Sure.
stuff, get it to the news, get it to everything.
Give
That
them a
this
phone
is
call,
what your
send them an
community
email,
wants.
whatever. Write a note and say, "Hey, take a look at this."
Yes. And that's where we're coming in with some of those bills because we've got 2 bills coming up that have to do with contraceptives.
Get into specifics. What are we looking at here?
So
Amelia?
we have the Contraceptive Freedom Act, which failed last year.
This
So
is House
it
Bill
didn't-
1220 / Senate Bill 1010.
Yes. So
Okay.
that is again sponsored by Gloria Johnson and Charlene Oliver. And
Speaking of Terry Livingston, that's his representative,
oh, okay, yes,
Gloria.
Exactly. So the Contraceptive Freedom Act is just protecting the right to use contraceptions.
I
it just
didn't
puts
think
it
I
in
would
bill.
ever hear.
And it died because Rutherford County Rep Brian Terry, who is chair of the Health Committee, they were in subcommittee, and he says that this bill is a fear-monger bill. No one's coming after contraception. And Gloria Johnson
Then
says,
sign
I
it."
have audio evidence of special interest groups talking to Tennessee lawmakers about banning certain contraception. And do you want me to play it? And they said no, of course. But
No, they don't want to
it's-
hear that.
It's
no.
and I've heard it, and I always talk about my personal story with this because I can only tolerate the Paragard IUD, which is non-hormonal, and if you are someone who believes that life begins at conception, which we have a bill in that is going to say that personhood begins at fertilization.
Sure. Okay.
So if we don't have protections for contraception and that resolution passes, then my birth control keeps a fertilized egg from implanting in my uterine wall. So my birth control is an abortion. Does that make sense? Like,
I understand.
And so
I understand.
it's really important for the community, if you believe that contraception should be easily accessible, like no matter any contraception, it should be the person's decision, then we need you to call your reps. Thankfully, however, I will say this year we have a Republican-led bill called the Fertility Treatment and Contraceptive Protection Act. This is House Bill 0533, Senate Bill 0449, and this is, it defines and codifies the definition of the terms contraception, contraceptive, fertility treatment. This is pretty much just protections for IVF and contraception in Tennessee. And so that is a Republican-sponsored bill. We're hoping that passes because, as we know, in the Tennessee legislature, it's like, I can't remember the exact numbers, but it is really hard for a Democrat bill to get passed.
Sure.
So
and here's the thing too. If you think don't have egos, I'll pass it as long as it's a Republican bill.
Yeah. So
Maybe that'll do it.
Okay,
maybe that'll do it for 'em.
Okay, whatever. I don't know.
And that is a direct response to what happened during the election cycle.
Yes.
And they know that their constituents want protections for IVF and birth control, period. So thankfully,
they're
here
listening.
we go.
They're listening.
They're listening.
Oh, yes.
So I'm really happy about this. It is kind of nice to have a Republican-sponsored bill on our list of bills that we support at Planned
Sure.
Parenthood.
Okay.
So
Had to happen eventually, right? One day.
It's a breath of
Yeah,
fresh air.
like shooting fish in a barrel, I guess, whatever. Or you throw enough stuff to the wall, some of it finally sticks, I guess. I don't know. But, I didn't think we'd ever be talking. These things are these are common sense things we're talking about, ladies.
It just gets a lot more confusing and complicated when you have this resolution, this personhood at fertilization resolution.
Oh, God.
It adds to Tennessee's abortion ban, which is already one of the strictest in the nation, if not
Right.
the strictest. And so this one we're watching. And then we also have the abortion pill intimidation bill. So this is to keep mifepristone from entering.
Sure.
That bill is being heard in committee this Tuesday. So that's something you can sign on to online. You can watch it happen in real time.
Sure.
And I would love it if people could actually come to the Capitol and be in committee because
That's this Tuesday.
This Tuesday. And so I'll give you the details if you send me an email to apant, A-P-A-N-T, at pptnm.org, Planned Parenthood of Tennessee, North Mississippi, PPTNM. Then I'm going to make sure you have details for that. But we want people in the committee. Because I can tell you from personal experience, seeing what lawmakers say about us as they do bills, like on your phone is one thing.
We've been down there. Yeah.
Sitting in
we were
committee.
there years ago.
It's
when you sit
another
there,
game.
It's a whole different ballgame.
It brings up a whole
One line in a bill can change the whole cover of the thing.
one amendment, and it's a different bill.
Yeah.
And so I would love to have people next to me whenever they talk about that, because what does that mean for miscarriage management? Right? Like if mifepristone can't make it into the state, what does that say about miscarriage management? And how are they going to enforce it, Ed? Are they going to start opening our packages?
This is something we've talked about at our own home. My wife and I, and a couple of our children, and how are you going? What do we send a person around to just hang out at every person's house?
It's not a good bill.
I mean,
and
no, it's not.
we
Probably
do
not.
have. I did my lunch break lobbying on Friday. Was calling about this bill. So we had everyone that's on that subcommittee and their phone numbers, and then we all made calls about this bill. And I will say, one of them called me back, a Republican aide called me back, which is wild, actually. But,
right. Okay.
And
but that's all right. At least they called back.
she heard me out, and then she actually told me that he was planning to vote no. So it makes me feel like, it makes me feel hopeful. You know,
Sure.
maybe
Sure.
because
Finally.
it's John Gillespie out of Memphis, and he says that he was thinking about voting no because he knows people who have had miscarriages, and he thinks that packages and like getting into packages and like prosecuting what's in packages is a
Sure.
breach of privacy.
Well, you know, let's just, if anything that has common sense, let's get rid of that.
We're definitely working on that, apparently.
Sure, they've been working on that now
All the
for
way
30
up
years.
and down for
Right,
getting rid of all
right.
common sense.
Yeah, okay. All right, Holly. Now,
I do want to go over real quick how to
Right.
meet us and stuff. We are on all the socials,
You
on
got 3
Instagram,
minutes. Go ahead.
Facebook.
Have at it.
Yeah, I'm
No,
like
go
running
for
down the running
Go
down the
ahead.
list.
You're fine.
I got we got Instagram. We on Blue Sky. Figuring out how that works. We are not on Twitter, X, whatever that is.
Whatever, X, yeah, right.
We are on
yeah.
TikTok. Also, we have rucoaction@gmail.com.
Okay, all right.
And then if you want to give yours again, because it's
Yep.
kind of long.
Just rucoaction@gmail.com or apont@pptnm.org. So please send me an email so that you get this big, beautiful list of links and dates and actions and information, because I know a lot of people are starved for that.
Right. Sure, that's what they need. Yeah. Anyway.
But yeah, please come to the field trip on the Capitol, March 11th, followed by or the RUCO Action Monthly Meeting. All right.
Yeah.
If you
Come to
don't
my-
make it, give us notes and
Yeah.
tell us what happened.
I will.
Because I'll be at work.
Okay.
Well, I'm telling you, there's a lot going on here.
Yeah.
Not just with you all, but there is a lot going on here in Rutherford County.
Oh my gosh! Let's talk about SOCM and
Yeah.
their fight for public schools.
Rutherford County Library Alliance,
Rutherf-
RCLA, and
Going to
they're
the
at
school board
they're
meetings.
at the school board meetings. I see them on YouTube, and goodness, Lord bless them.
The landfill. The landfill
Oh,
is an
Lord.
issue still.
Yeah.
Lots of issues, guys. Lots of issues.
Oh, I wish I got to tell you, wife and we shake our heads all the time. We missed it. We should have invested in trash. I should have been in the trash business.
Honestly,
I should have. You
my entrepreneurial dream. I have two.
know. Okay, what
It is kind of related, isn't it?
No, it is. I can tie them together with some innovation. But recycling,
right?
like, and a
Okay.
grocery store, like zero waste, low waste grocery store, and that sells local products and recycled products. So, like, bring me your trash and I'll turn it into treasure, and then I'll sell it in my store back to you.
Well, that's the thing with all produce. It's compost.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's not going to hurt anything.
It's pre-compost.
Compost
Well,
garden.
that's true. You're right. You're right,
A
Ollie.
network.
Before
Yeah.
it's compost, you almost ate it.
A network of community gardens that are
Yeah.
also compost. So, like, you bring your compost and your scraps to these community gardens because we have to fight food insecurity so that we're not so dependent on Kroger and Walmart. And I
Right.
love Aldi. I love Aldi and I love Costco.
Oh my goodness,
But
my wife does too.
we
we're
need-
Aldi people.
we
Sure,
need
yeah.
community gardens. We need to heal our relationship to food.
Well, you know, the cheapest aisle in the world is the produce aisle, and it's the best food for you. It's fruits and vegetables.
It's not always the cheapest. I'm
Not
a little
always.
sad.
Well, that's true. Not always cheapest, but you know what I'm saying. For all in all,
As opposed to
beans
like packaged
and potatoes.
food,
Yeah,
like that.
yeah.
If you
It's so much
make
better
your
for
own
you.
stuff, like if
Sure.
you do rice and beans and then
Now,
get
don't
some
get me
vegetable
wrong.
as
Hey,
opposed
wait
to
a
going
minute.
the frozen
Watch
aisle.
out.
or
Watch this.
cans.
Look at. I want a Totino's pizza every once in a while. I did.
I
Hey,
didn't mean to speak bad about that.
Okay,
Sorry.
we're going to get out of here. Amelia Pont, Holly Amber, thank you both. You are passionate about what you're doing. Thank you for being here. I appreciate you. Call anytime you need something, Connor. Great job on the board. And I'll tell you what, till next Sunday night at 8 o'clock, this is the Edwin Lee Raymer, Ed Raymer Show. I'll catch you down the road. Good night, everybody.